Now, the Biden administration is pre-positioning personnel ahead of Hurricane Milton and expediting debris removal, which is already underway in the southeast after Hurricane Helene. The president directed his team to do everything possible to save lives. Let's bring in CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang with more on that. Weijia, what is the White House saying as of this hour ahead of Milton's landfall?
Well, Errol, that effort also includes having FEMA trying to help people get to safety, especially if they need medical assistance. There are hundreds of federal workers on the ground there doing that right now. And we know that President Biden has been briefed by his team, and he will receive another formal briefing this afternoon. And then he will make remarks to the American public. But he delivered extensive remarks yesterday, Errol. He said that he's been in touch with the governor of Florida, who's been very cooperative. He's been in touch with local officials as well. And his message to people is to listen to them, that if there are evacuation orders, to leave, because the president says this is a matter of life and death. He also talked about the misinformation that is spreading from some figures, including the former president. And President Biden said that this is dangerous, it's un-American, and that people are already scared to death. And so, it's only contributing to the problem. As far as resources go, the president says that the federal government is ready to provide whatever assistance that the states need. He says that the governors that he's been in contact with say that they've so far received everything that they have asked for when it comes to preparing for this hurricane. But certainly they will be prepared also to help in the aftermath, because, Errol, as you've been reporting all morning, the president says this is going to be a storm of a century for this part of Florida.
That's exactly right. You may survive the storm, but there are many life-threatening aspects after the storm, whether it's the floodwaters, the pollution, the lack of electricity. I want to quickly switch gears and ask you about an important call for the president today. He is reportedly set to speak with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. What can we learn about that?
Errol, when I spoke with President Biden last week and I asked him about the many times in recent weeks that he has said he plans to speak to Prime Minister Netanyahu, he said that it would likely happen after Israel had made a decision about how to respond in retaliation to those Iranian strikes on Israel. So this could be a situation where Netanyahu is briefing President Biden about its plans. And of course, the concern is a wider war, is an escalation of tensions, because if Israel delivers a significant response, then the big question becomes, will Iran do something in exchange for that, and how widespread could this go? In addition to that, we expect they will be talking about the conflicts in Gaza as well as Lebanon. And it's hard to tell, Errol, the message that President Biden might deliver, because he has been calling, along with other countries, for a ceasefire. Netanyahu has other plans, so it could be a forceful message from President Biden. But we'll have to see, Errol, because that call is supposed to happen sometime today, and we'll get you more on what they talked about on the back end.
All right, Weijia, we'll stay close to you for that. Thank you so much.